What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Prop. Oh, there is nothing like a crispy Diet Coke. Oh my God, I'm parched. Just in the lounge this morning, hooking up some new outlets. I got the new Invisa Aura outlet. It's got like a cool LED on the bottom. They're not as bright as I thought they would be, but maybe once I get them all in, lights are off, maybe it'll be cool. I had to go to Lowe's this morning and pick up a circuit breaker tester. You plug this into the outlet, and then we're getting to the tech tip, don't worry. And then you just go to your breaker panel, and then you go down, and then it starts beeping when it finds the breaker that shuts off the outlet. Super cool. They had the Klein ones, and then they had the Cobalt ones, Lowe's brand. I bought that one because it was $10 cheaper. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I know Klein is making it. I know Klein makes it. There's a few different things that are wrong or different. So I got it back to the house. What a pile of crap. I went back to Lowe's, spent the extra $10, and just got the Klein. I love Klein tools. I should have just bought the Klein to begin with, but I didn't. Sometimes you can get away with buying a cheap or inexpensive tool, especially if you're not going to use it a whole lot. Hand tools, things like that, pliers, you can get away with cheaper ones, but there are just times it's just going to be better to spend a little bit extra money and buy the better quality. Ratchets, hands down, buy the better quality. Sockets, not so much. For the average homeowner doing little things, cheap sockets from like Harbor Freight, not a big deal. For me as a mechanic, I don't buy Harbor Freight. I buy goods. I don't buy Snap-on, but I buy really good sockets. Sometimes I buy Snap-on, but just spend the extra money. So that's actually not today's tech tip. Today's tech tip, not really a tech tip, but a word of cautionary advice. On my way to Lowe's, I had a young kid. I don't know how old he was. He couldn't have been between 10 and 12 years old. Dart out and as I was turning in, not using the, actually, no, he was using the bike lane. The one on the way home was not using the bike lane. Using the bike lane, just darted straight across the intersection. He obviously, the do not walk things was up, I didn't just hit him, but I mean, I was probably 15, 20 feet away from him. Luckily I saw him and brake checked him here in Florida, or not, I checked the brakes. I didn't brake check him. Here in Florida, like we just passed the law. I believe we just passed it, or yeah, I think we passed it, where it's going to make these electric bicycles basically illegal. They're really, 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 really fast, and they are dangerous. So if you got parents out, if you're a parent, if you're a grandparent, if you know somebody thinking about buying their kids some of these electric bikes, I know parents that have them, and they've never been on them. I've been on an electric bike, and they are ungodly fast. The torque when you crank it up. Look at Simon Cowell. I think that his family got him like a uber nice one, obviously, for Christmas, I think a couple years ago, or his birthday or something. He gets in it, squeezes that throttle, it flips off, it like breaks his back.
I broke my back, spinal.
So yeah, he tells the story, just ungodly fast. Kids don't need to be on these things. And that's just me, an old man, shaking my fist. But you got to watch some of these electric things, these scooters, these little one wheel things, these bikes. I don't think some parents understand how fast that these things can go, how powerful, how torquey they are. They do make like smaller ones, less powerful for ones. And you just got to do your research, and then do your research on the batteries. The batteries is what my tech tip is. These batteries, there's, I think, is it New York or Chicago? I think it's New York. So some of the, they don't allow anything electric inside the building. There are parking garages that don't allow electric cars inside the parking garages. Electric cars, yeah, you hear about, catch fire every now and then. That's still a rarity. That's really not a thing. These electric devices, though, scooters, all of these things catching fire, that's a real thing. and that will burn down your house. People say, you know, oh, I can be prepared. I just YouTube a lithium ion battery fire that cannot be put out. You could take a small lithium ion battery and throw it inside of a bucket of water. It will sink to the bottom and it will still continuously burn and then burn a hole through the bucket. It's insane. So you can't keep these things in your house. Honestly, I wouldn't keep them in my garage. Luckily, we don't have anything like that here. But if Jessica and I were to get a couple of electric bikes, her parents have electric bikes. They bought nice ones. The batteries come out, and so they can charge them away from their house. They have like a nice a covered area outside. So if they catch fire, pretty much not going to burn the whole house down. But if you're keeping them in your garage and something happens to those batteries, like I said, I would keep them out in my workshop to where it's out of the weather. If something happened, it burned my workshop down. That sucks, but it's not going to burn my entire house down. That's not just for an electric car battery. I needed my laptop. I just got a new one, my backup one. It died. I'm doing all the diag. Comes down to a battery. And the one from Dell, I don't know, 100 and some odd dollars for the battery, and went to Amazon and found one for like $30. And I needed the laptop fairly quickly, even though it's a backup. And I tell you, I didn't want to buy it. I bought it to test it, to find out if that was going to be the issue, because I was just going to eat the $30 and just wait the 2 weeks for the regular battery, because this is my lounge. I mean, just the peace of mind, just thinking. I know, me being anal retentive, I'd be in bed at night with the laptop powered down and just thinking about that battery, that ticking time bomb waiting to go off and burn down the lounge, burn down my house, just to save a few bucks. And it's not worth it. It's not worth the peace of mind. All these devices, you know, and I know the manufacturers, you know, they people say, oh, they don't gouge you. You know, it's the OE battery. They do kind of gouge you because a lot of these batteries are coming out of the same factory, but just the specifications can be just a little bit different. So if you're looking to replace a battery in something, don't just get a battery that fits. If you can't find the OE battery, or it's way too expensive for your budget, do your research. Go online, look on Reddit, look on YouTube, Google it, ask ChatGPT, find the battery with the exact same specs as the original. Now, there have been times in the past that I've had items I've had to get replacement batteries for, and the OEs, they're just not in business anymore. They just don't sell the batteries. So you go online and then you'll find out, oh, this is, you know, the factory one was 2.5 volts, let's say, but this replacement one, they say it's better, it lasts longer, it's 5 volts, it's whatever amps, it's whatever this number. And, oh, you know, I do my research and I try and find almost the exact same thing, if I can, if I can personally. Like I said, I just get the OE one. But so yeah, batteries are a big thing. We learned that back in we used to race RC cars, like on a circuit, like we traveled and did that, not like in the backyard on the weekends. Like it was a legit team that I started. And we had these little bags that we would put our lithium polymer, back in the day, batteries in. Then we would charge them in that bag in case it swelled up, which happened quite a bit. Luckily, I'd never seen one catch fire, but if it did catch fire, I don't know if that bag was made of asbestos or something, and it would keep it from the fire from spreading. And then we kept them in there when we traveled. So these scooters, these bikes, parents, grandparents, before, your kid's gonna be asking one, grandkid, and just do your research. Don't buy these cheap knockoff ones. Do your research. Don't keep them inside your house. The batteries, keep them in your garage if you can. Buy the bags, that you can put them in to charge them. If you have a workshop, a shed, keep them out there. Just keep them away from your house. More and more of these Chinese-made batteries are creeping up and doing and burning people's houses down, doing a lot of damage. So, all right. I don't know if I did anything. Peace. See you next week.